Damas y caballeros, su atención por favor. En este momento recibiremos a los dos equipos que se enfrentarán en este partido de la Basketball Champions League América. Ahora recibiremos al equipo Flamengo de Brasil. Con el número 1, Guillermo Leonardo. Con el número 2, Mateo Leoni. Con el número 3, Scott Machado. Con el 6, Franco Bardi. Con el 7, Idi González. Con el 8, Michael Cabello. Con el 9, Javier Alvarini. Con el 13, Felipe Mota. Con el 16, Carlos Oliviño, su capitán. Con el 22, Teodoro Scott. Con el 23, Nacho Mampio. Con el 44, Martín Cuello. Y este equipo es Gustavo Juan Gutiérrez Fernando Oliveira. Y ahora recibiremos al equipo con el número 2, Felipe Chaco. Con el número 8, Lautaro Barrio. Con el 10, Franco Marioni. Con el 11, Andrés Spay. Con el número 12, Juan Pereira. Con el 13, su capitán, Pedro Pepo Barral. Con el 17, Alejo Rigor. Con el 20, Miguel Ruiz. Con el 23, Leandro Sarminato. Con el 32, Jeff Solari. Con el 34, Nick Zambela. Y con el 88, Juan Ignacio. Cosas de Obras Sanitarias.
In the middle of this tournament for Peter Dominguez, who joined the Milwaukee Bucks after their big coaching shakeup. Flamengo comes into this one winners of Group C and a 5-1 record in the group phase, losing only to Boca Juniors in December before ripping off 4 straight wins. Flamengo was 4th from the bottom in the group stage in three-point shooting percentage at 29.3%, and heading into the February window, they were dead last at 23.8%. But with such poor shooting from the outside, Andrew, how did they manage to go 5-1 in Group C?
Yeah, pretty impressive. Really, the only way those numbers add up is volume, Craig. If I'm shooting a lower percentage than my opponent, I better shoot more shots. And how do I shoot more, you might ask? I have to create opportunities for myself by converting turnovers and offensive rebounds into points. And then it doesn't hurt to limit the amount of shots that my opponent has by getting good defensive rebounds and limiting turnovers of my own.
Obras, on the other hand, finished 4-10 in the group phase behind powerhouse Franca. But in the February window, Obras handed Franca their only loss. So this is a team, if they're on their game, they can dance with anybody they get paired with in these playoffs.
Right. Obras is a team I'd call gritty. Based on the numbers, it's easy to say that the other teams are better, and that's okay with Obras because they just want to keep it close. If they can match you for most of 4 quarters and beat you in the last minute or two, they win the game.
Our officials tonight, Andres Bartel of Uruguay, Christian Dominguez of Mexico, and Nicolas Flores Avalos of Paraguay, and we are underway. Starters for Flamengo, by the way, Guy Deodato, Franco Balbi, Gabriel Galvanini, Devon Scott, and Martin Cuello. Obras in their home whites. This is a best-of-3 series. The next 2 games will be Thursday and Friday, if necessary, on Flamengo's home floor. We've got our first foul call. Andrew, looking at the stats coming into this one, really the teams are really pretty equal when you look at the numbers. The only difference that I saw was that Flamengo had a much bigger Obras had a much bigger advantage on points in the paint, 41.7 per game to just 32.3 per game for Flamengo.
Right, and that kind of goes along with what we said of on paper, you might say that Obras doesn't look as good as other teams, but those points in the paint, that's going to include your offensive rebounds, stuff like that. So not surprising. With the championship round upon us, I somewhat throw stats out the window. Obviously, if somebody's never shot above 25% from 3, I'm not expecting 50% from them. But, you know, it's a whole new game at this point as we see a wide open look here.
That was Balbi. He missed from 3. The offensive rebound by Gabriel Galvanini. Puts it back up and in. Galvanini averaging 15.4 points per game, 7.6 rebounds per game. He scored in double figures in 3 of 5 games in the group phase. Had a high of 27 against Hebraica Maccabi. Catch and shoot from the corner is no good. Outside to Cuello for 3. That rims out, no good. And here comes Obras back the other way. Maral giving it up. 3 on the way. That's straight through. Jeffrey Solar in a 50% 3-point shooter.
Yeah, that's one of those shots that as a coach, I'm probably like, why are we shooting that? And then it goes in, I say, great shot.
Solarin with the stuff at the other end. And Obras out to a 6-2 lead. 3 on the way from Kyle Manfio. And that is good. So he gets Flamengo back to within 1 at 6-5. Solarin banks in the 3-pointer. Tried to draw the foul by kicking that leg out.
Craig, you know what time it is now.
Heat check time.
That's correct.
Galvanini steps inside the free throw line. Shot no good.
Where's Solarin? Give him the ball. He's pulling up right here.
Solarin a little too strong on that one.
No, they didn't give him the ball.
Galvanini spinning with the left hand, no good. Gets his own rebound. Won't go, but he gets the foul.
Yeah, the point guard for Obras just brought the ball up and shot it. I'd be pretty mad if I was the coach or if I was Solarin right now. I'd say, hey, he just hit 3 in a row. Give him the ball.
Galvanini, a 47.8% free throw shooter in the group phase. Missed that first one. Galvanini lines up the second one and splashes. Flamengo back to within 3. This is the only game tonight. 2 games tomorrow. Hebreka Maccabi against Franca. 5:10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:10 p.m. local time. And then it'll be Nacional and Halcones de Salapa, 9:40 p.m. local time, 7:40 p.m. Eastern. Andrew and I will bring those games to you. In the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel. Welcome into all our viewers. We've been enjoying this one so far. Flamingos cut the lead to 1. They can take the lead on this possession. Up ahead to Cuello, left-hand layup is in, and Flamengo has their first lead of the game.
The ball had to think about that one for a second.
Ruiz. Pass into the corner. Ruiz gets it back. Now to the other corner. 3 on the way. That rattles out. Rebound Galvanini.
That was great action on that possession, though.
Galvanini is back to the basket, working on Solarin. Outside to Cuello for 3. Splash! Now Flamengo with their biggest lead of the game at 4. Cuello's got 5. High arcing shot with the right hand. Man, I'm not sure that didn't go off a light. Andre Spite with his first 2 points.
We've got some contact here. I don't know if they're signaling any foul or what. Man.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they called there. He must have
I think they were just
yeah, just kind of mutual off-arm contact. And so there was no call. That's what I'm gathering.
That's what I think. Yeah, I think they just were giving Galvanini a chance to get his bearings together.
Wow, Franco Balbi drains that one. It's a 5-point lead for Flamengo.
Yeah, looking at the score, Solarin got off to such a hot start, but Flamengo's really the one leading the way right now. They are off to a hot start as a team. 16 points, 5 minutes.
Dotto gives it up right side to Manfio. Manfio with the pretty reverse. Kyle Manfio is a player who has really come on through the group phase. His point totals, with the exception of the second to last game in the group phase, were steadily increasing. And then in the finale of the group phase, he had 23 points against Hebreka Maccabi. Toda gives it up into the corner. 3 on the way. That's good. Kyle Manfield, we were just talking about him. Actually, they're going to say that was Serminato, Leandro Serminato. I was looking at the wrong 23 on my score sheet here. See Devon Scott working on Hugo Estandela, draws the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line. Scott, a 90.5% free throw shooter.
You can see there on that
I would
foul
say
on the.
Scott hits the free throw to complete the three-point play, and it's now a 7-point edge for Flamengo. Outside to Spite. Oh, what a beautiful pass. Hugo Estandela finishes with the right hand, but what a pass from Andre Spite.
Yeah, and that high action that a lot of these teams run, that's what opens that up, is if everybody goes up to the top to get the ball handler, that big guy can roll. Speak of the devil right here.
Yeah, nice feed to Devon Scott, and he goes up and finishes with the left hand. Scott now with 5. Lead stays at 7. An offensive foul on Hugo Estandela.
I don't know. It is a pretty late. I guess he's kind of there. The thing too, while we're shooting a free throw, to understand, to go a little bit further on those rolls to the basket, at higher levels of basketball, I can't just necessarily stand in the paint because the person I'm guarding probably can shoot. So I have to respect his shot. Now, in that case that we just saw, the help side defender was able to get over in time and outside of that circle and make a good play. I was a little questionable on if he was there in time, but the call was the call. But that's a great example of, help side defense at a higher level. And we just saw it again there.
Yeah, Deodato with the beautiful pass from Devon Scott, and then he gave it up underneath to Manfio, and he's got 4. And
you saw
I'm
that
not
Scott's
sure
defender. Yeah, I was just going to say, you see Scott's defender also set up for the charge. Scott kept his body control and was able to dish off for the basket to avoid that foul.
And getting back to that foul on Hugo Estandela, as we have another three-pointer from the corner, but Guy Deodato. Make it 29-16. The lead is 13 all of a sudden as Diego Vadel calls timeout. But getting back to that foul on Hugo Estandela, I'm not sure what they called there. I don't think it was a charge, because it looked like we had a technical foul. And then we went back to the other end, and Flamengo got the ball back. I didn't see a signal for a T or an unsportsmanlike.
I wondered if someone, I thought that charge, if it was called a charge, was a bit questionable. I wondered if someone argued it. Or if they said that maybe he threw an elbow in the process of getting to the basket. That's the only other thing that kind of made sense to me, one of those two.
And we apologize, we don't have the play-by-play TikTok on the live chat page, so we can't go back and look and see what happened. But yeah, what I'm betting is somebody protested a no call. We got a T. Because there did not appear to be a call either way. Some of that beautiful ball movement by Flamengo here in this first quarter, working it down inside, then kicking it back out for the three-pointer. Deodato having himself a nice game as always. Deodato, just a savvy veteran. He's a guy who can really just tear it up, especially in the second half. We see him just press on the gas pedal as the game goes on. It seems like he gets more energetic as the minutes go by, averaging 13.7 points, 2.8 rebounds, 2.2 assists, 2.0 steals per game. He just does it all for Flamengo. Audubon Scott called for his first foul, and Leandro Serminato misses his first free throw. He was 14 of 15 coming into the game.
Yeah, you saw in that replay too. Scott just couldn't stay up. The person going up for the layup there kind of held the ball out just long enough to where Scott finally reached over, and that's what caused him to call a foul.
Manfio to Balbi. He drives off the glass and in. Pretty move by Franco Balbi. Obras working it around the outside. Drive to the cutting. Thought that was Andela, but that was not him. That was Leandro Serminato. So he will go to the free throw line. He comes into this one, as we said, 14 of 15, but missed 1 of 2 the last trip to the line. Look at 34-year-old Franco Balbi having a seat.
That's another variation of, we have Serminato that was in the corner. Spite gets his guy off the dribble, forces help to come up, and Serminato cuts to the basket. With all of the stuff that you might see of how to get open and all this kind of stuff, the basics of higher level basketball, let me make your defender help to me, and then I pass to you, you're open. There's many different ways to make that happen, but that's essentially what you're usually looking to do for points, whether it be for a cutter or somebody spotted up to shoot.
Basketball 101 by Andrew Hunt. Cuello around Galvanini. Didi Luzada drains it from 3. He had Galvanini open in the paint, passed him up, and drained the tray.
Yeah, if I'm standing in that paint, you better make it if you pass me up.
15-point lead now for Flamengo. They've put up 34 points in this first quarter. Unbelievable. There's still a minute left. As Andre Spite hits the three-pointer, he was saying he got fouled. Spite, the second leading scorer in this tournament, 20.4 points per game. A robust 46% overall from the field, 35% from three-point range. Inside of a minute to play, 34-22 Flamengo, leading Obras. Oh, that floater missed bad by Martin Cuello. It was like he turned his head before taking the shot, and he wasn't looking at the bucket.
Yeah, well, no look shot. You never done that?
Well, the shots I take, when I look at the basket, they're usually that ugly.
I may have to eat my words. Well, I kind of called this a little bit, but we talked about a poor shooting percentage by Flamengo to start the game. We don't have the stats necessarily, but I got to think that their shooting percentage is currently above 30, which is better than what they were looking at. Now, like I said I kind of throw stats out the window now in the championship round, but I don't expect anybody to go too crazy. But I don't know. It's only one quarter. We'll see.
A small sample size, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
About
Game
3
is
seconds
4
difference
quarters,
between
man.
shot clock and game clock. Balby.
Nice find.
Now step back three on the way. That is good. Didi Lusada again.
Another great pass by Scott.
The first quarter comes to an end. Flamengo, an unbelievable 37 points in 10 minutes. They take a 15-point lead into the second quarter. Look at that. Flamengo 6 of 9 from 3-point range, 8 of 12 from 2-point range. Obras not shooting bad themselves.
Right. It was just getting ready to say the same thing. Yeah, if I'm Obras, if I'm the coach right now, I say, look, guys, we're not shooting bad. They're just shooting crazy. So either we're just, hopefully they're going to cool off a little bit, or, potentially there could be some defensive things to do better. I don't know that I've seen just severe breakdowns in defense necessarily, but we'll kind of keep an eye on that as we move forward.
Yeah, it hasn't looked like there have been any big breakdowns or anything. It's just that Flamengo's making shots.
Yeah, both sides seem to be getting about the same amount of pretty good looks. I'd say the basketball so far is, see that replay we just saw, that's a pretty tough look at the reverse with kind of the wrong hand using some English. So that's a tough shot to make, but that's a pretty tough bucket there by Scott too. And there's the play that I talked about earlier. You see Scott.
Yep. He
gets there to a jump stop. The defender sets up to take a charge. Scott's under control, swings the ball to the other side block for an easy basket. Avoids a foul. Pretty sure Scott has at least 3 assists there in the first quarter.
Back underway, second quarter action, live from Obras Sanitarias. Estadio Obras Sanitarias, I should say, in Buenos Aires. Home floor for Obras here, and the home court advantage not holding to form just yet, as Flamengo absolutely shot the lights out in that first quarter. 6 of 9 from 3-point range. Cervinato getting the first bucket of the second quarter. He's got 8.
Wow, we're seeing some physical play on the defense for the ball carrier. You saw, let's see here. I'm trying to figure out who this was that was dribbling up. That would be Scott Machado. He took a couple bumps at the defender, who I believe is Venegas. Just kind of looked at the ref like, are we good with this?
That's kind of what Gustavo was looking at as well. That foul was on Scott Machado, his first.
I've
Venegas in the
rarely
free throw line. He's a 79% free throw shooter.
I'm going to say I've rarely, if never, been a guard on a team, but I think most of the guys I've played with, they'd probably be okay with that little more physical play. They just want to know, like, if I'm okay with shoving this guy with my off arm while I have the ball, just, make sure that's consistent, because normally I might get a foul for that.
Yeah, as long as it's consistent, I think the players will adjust to however the officials are calling it. Rebound by Luzada. Takes it all the way himself off the glass. No, but a whistle. Didi Luzada's another one of those guys who can really take over a game. He's got the physical tools to do it. 6'5". Tremendous athleticism. Just 24 years old. His high point game was 16 against Boca Juniors in the group phase, averaging 7.7 points per game, 4.7 rebounds. And this guy, I think, is going to be a fixture on the national team for years to come. First free throw is in. Second free throw falls in. And it's 41-26. Again, welcome in wherever you're watching from, around the Americas or around the world on the USA. In the USA, I should say, on FanDuel TV. Well, quick hands by the defender, Carlos Olovilla. In South America on DirecTV and around the rest of the world on the BCL Americas YouTube channel. There's the reverse by Olovilla. 40 years old, he'll be 41 on April 18th. Didn't really contribute much during the group phase. Kind of one of those guys that break glass in case of emergency. Quick move by Didi Luzada. A couple of defenders bump into each other. And then a foul called. That's going to be on Olovilla, the offensive foul. Oh, beg your pardon, they called that on Luzada. I guess he was not under control as he came up and made that pass. So Obras with a chance to chip into this 17-point lead.
That's a heck of a hill to climb.
Well, at least it's still early, but those kind of turnovers aren't going to help. And then a foul right after it by Leandro Cerminato. You need the whole team to help Carlos Olovilla up. So Olovilla steals, and then Cerminato picks up his leg and then holds his hands up in the air like, I didn't do anything. And they're going to review this to see if this is an unsportsmanlike. I don't think it was necessarily anything with ill intent, but I definitely would say he hindered the ball carrier.
Well, that was a veteran move right there. I think that was some gamesmanship on the crafty veteran.
I totally agree.
He knew as soon as he got that ball in his hand, like, if I just take a step forward here, I'm going to hit the deck, and this guy's on the floor, because in a scenario, if I go up to block a shot and I fall down on the ground, somebody gets the rebound, and they go up to shoot again and they land on me, that's a foul on me. I'm in there, they should be able to have that space. So similar kind of thing there is this guy's on the ground. There's really nothing he can do. And he's, I've tripped. Oh, no.
He's Andrew Hunt. I'm Craig Fada. Hope you've been enjoying this one so far. We sure have. This is, of course, a best-of-3 series, as are all the quarterfinals. And they are going to call the unsportsmanlike on Cerminato, which was pretty predictable. You can get another look at it here. Olovilla gets the ball. Cerminato grabs the leg and then holds his hand up.
Yeah.
And then Olovilla misses the free throw.
He thinks the ball's still available. I don't know.
I think he was reaching for the ball.
Yeah.
But then when he got hooked around the thigh and just kind of grabbed the lower leg.
That was
So
more
Olavinha one of
selling
two.
it, in my opinion.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah, I'm not against it.
Lead is 18. Devon Scott goes up, and he traveled.
Yeah, he picked up that pivot foot. It's a pretty good move until he just kind of picked it up a little bit. And that's a tough move to spin that many times.
In other words, Andrew Hunt says that was a pretty good move until it wasn't.
Just tough to keep that foot planted on what ended up being, I think, a whole 360.
Shot clock at 10. Back up top to Alejo Digon. Shot clock at 3 now, 2. 3 on the way. Missed badly, and that's going to be a shot clock. Oh. They reset it. Looked like, well, Obras still had the ball, but either way, Flamengo ended up with possession. That gets tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say that will stay with Flamengo. And Carlos Olavinha applauds the call.
Well, I thought maybe he was helping.
Well, that was at first.
I see. Ooh, I'm not so sure that he won the last one to touch that.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but I wasn't going to say anything. Second foul, meanwhile, called on Felipe and Jaco.
So many
inbound.
intricacies of the game to learn.
Yes. Luzada finally gives it up. Shot clock at 5. Back to Luzada. Launches the 3. Missed that one badly. And that is going to be, not sure if they're going to call that a turnover or on the missed shot or a shot clock violation. Either way, it's academic as it's Obras ball. Again, this is the only game tonight. Tomorrow it's going to be Hebraica Maccabi and Franca. We'll bring that game to you at 7:10 p.m. local time, 5:10 p.m. Eastern time. And then it will be Nacional against Halcones de Salapa, 9:40 p.m. local time, 7:40 p.m. Eastern time. A couple of interesting games tomorrow. Scrappy Hebraica Maccabi against powerhouse Franca, as Balbi misses the three-pointer, but the tip-in is good. Devon Scott now with 7. Oh, wow, what a rebound. Straight over the back and didn't commit the foul. Nice job again by Devon Scott, gathering himself, getting under control, and going back up, and he's got 9. The lead is 20. Oh, beautiful feed there to the cutter. Jeffrey Solarin, and he's got 11. 4th straight game scoring in double figures. He's averaging 11.2, so he's already at his average. 3 on the way from Balbi. Splash! My goodness. Seems like Flamengo cannot miss.
Yeah, they didn't do anything too crazy there. Just the ball screen and came off the screen open. Takes the shot.
Tipped out of bounds by Machado. That will stay with Obras. Obras has to be thinking, my goodness, if they're shooting this well on our floor. What are they going to do at home?
And That last play reminds me a little bit of to bring maybe a football reference in, like a play action pass. You've got Scott, who's just had like 2 baskets in a row, is 100%. He's setting that pick, so they're really going to guard him hard on the roll. That leaves the handoff guy open for a wide open shot in that case.
Obras without an offensive rebound in this game.
And they're losing on the defensive glass too, so they're giving up opportunities.
Flamengo doubling up Obras, points in the paint.
Este bloqueo, Feli. ¿Está bien? Cuando pones, probale una puerta de atrás acá. Apenas entra la pelota. Si no, pick and roll.
Which I believe that's flipped from what was said in the beginning. Obras was a team that was scoring a lot of points in the paint.
That's just what I was looking up.
Yeah, if you're beating the team at their own game and still doing whatever you do well, which, like, again, Craig, we were very wrong in the beginning of this game. We said Obras, king of the paint, and Flamengo, terrible at shooting. Flamengo actually turns out doubling up in the paint, and we think probably close to 50. They were at 67% in the first half, I think, or the first quarter rather, in shooting.
Yeah, they were 6 of 9 from 3-point range, and I think they were 75% from 2-point range.
I don't think those percentages had gone
the shot
too far
clock.
down.
I was just thinking to myself, they may be around 60% for 3-point range, and certainly 2-point range has not fallen off much. Outside to Cuello. Shot clock at 10. Back to Galvanini. He drives, spins, puts it up. Nope.
He was going up against almost the entire other team there.
That floater off the glass is up and in. Pretty drive and finish there by Alejo Digon. His first 2 points of this game. Cuello into the corner for Manfio for 3. That is good! And will Flamengo miss? Manfio now with 10.
Yeah, great shot, but that was a defensive breakdown. They're going to want to do something a little different on defense, I think. They're looking to do a little bit of a zone.
Obras answers at the other end. Jeffrey Solarin.
Oh, there again, we almost had a breakdown. Well, they're going to find it, though.
Oh, my goodness. An absolute clinic. Manfio again from 3-point range. He's 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. Coming into this one, just a 27% 3-point shooter. So if there's a guy you're going to leave open for 3, Manfio's him, but he's killing you now from outside.
Yeah, and both those last 2 shots were wide open, so that's really what I would call defensive breakdown.
But if it's a guy who's not a 3-point shooter, is it really a defensive breakdown?
Well, on the second
you
shot,
want to leave open.
If you've proven to me you're shooting, I might have to start guarding you. I'm usually gonna, even if you're good, I'm probably gonna give you a 1. I'm not the greatest defender in the world, but yeah, once you've hit 1 or 2, now I gotta close out, and I think that's where a little bit of the confusion was. I think everybody was looking for Manfio, left the other corner open, and then as they sprinted over there, here he is wide open on the other side.
Nice defense by Obras there to force the ball out of bounds. Stay with Flamengo. Manfio's hit a couple in a row. You know what time it is.
Not quite yet.
No? Oh, Luzada draws the foul. No, that's Deodato drawing the foul. That's going to be on Jeffrey Solarin.
I think he's got at least 2.
Oh, that's his first.
Oh. Olavina agrees with me.
Yeah. I
He's
think he
keeping
was just
track.
saying shots because they're over the limit.
Oh, okay. Rain on my
Deodato
parade.
misses the first.
They scored 34 in the first quarter, correct?
37.
37. So they're looking to average. I mean, they could score another 37. They got 2 minutes left.
Yeah. Obras, meanwhile, just now has 37 points.
Right. Took them 18 minutes to match the first quarter.
Just love watching Guy Deodato play. Half the time he's out there, he's got a big smile on his face. He's having a great time. Whatever the event, whatever the venue. Solarin for three. Missed. Surprised there was no foul call on that rebound attempt. Cuello for three. No. Galvanini, the tip. Gets it back, goes up. Won't get it to go, but he will go to the free throw line for a pair. Blonde hair on Galvanini still throwing me off.
Yeah, Galvanini's a guy.
Blonde hair out there.
Obviously, this isn't hurting him at the moment, but he really hasn't capitalized on some of his opportunities. He's had, I want to say, 4 or 5 looks down low, and even on a couple of them, he gets a second look where he got his own rebound, and I think he only converted one of those two. May have gotten the foul on another. He's a guy we've seen in the past be pretty solid on the block.
Yeah.
He's likely done for the first half, but if I'm the coach, assuming things continue the way they are and we're pretty much in a blowout situation, I want to try to get some good minutes where he can maybe get some good looks at the basket.
Flamengo taking excellent care of the ball, just 2 turnovers. I mean, they have checked all the boxes. They have done absolutely everything perfectly. Another three-pointer. Deodato hits that one. 62-37.
This is a team at halftime. I just talked to them about defense. I say, hey, got no notes for offense. Just let's do these things on defense a little bit better.
This by Obras. Here comes Flamengo. Rare miss from the arc there. Inside 30 seconds to play, second quarter. That's a nifty little move there.
Not so sure he played.
Pedro. Yeah, but either way, effective. Pedro Barral. He's the captain for Obras this round. Step back three, Deodato missed. Offensive rebound, no. That shot will not count. And Devon Scott unhappy about something, and Obras signaling he should have been teed up there. But either way, going into the locker room at halftime, Flamengo 62-39. My goodness.
Yeah, there was a couple guys had an issue on that last possession. Man, they did not cool off in the second quarter.
No, and Obras is shooting 75% from 2-point range. Flamengo 63% from 2-point range, 48% from 3. I mean, you just, how do you beat a team?
Yeah, Flamengo's really winning in every facet of the game right now, and some of them quite handily. So that points in the paint again. We kind of said that was Obras's bread and butter at the beginning, and they're getting doubled up. That's, if you're getting beat at your own game, that's tough. I've seen teams. It's difficult in today's game of basketball. If I'm playing a team that's good at 3-point shooting, and I'm more of a score in the paint type team, I can beat that team. It's difficult because they're getting more points if they're doing well than me. But yeah, when somebody's beating my own game.
So Flamengo takes a 23-point lead into the locker room. As we look at the highlights from the first half, again, we apologize, can't go through the entire stats on this. The live stat page is currently down, so hopefully we will get that rectified and be able to give all the individual tallies to you. Alongside Andrew Hunt, my name is Craig Feda, and we will be back with second half action live from Estadio Obras Sanitarias in Buenos Aires, Argentina, in just a few moments.
Nombre. Simón, vamos Simón.
Yes. Good evening and welcome back to Estadio Obras Sanitarias in Buenos Aires, Argentina. First game of the quarterfinals of the 2023-24 BCL Americas season. The first half was all Flamengo, scoring 37 points in the first quarter, taking a 62-39 lead at halftime. Alongside Andrew Hunt, I'm Craig Feda. Kyle Manfio, 13 points in the first half for Flamengo, 14 for Jeffrey Solarin of Obras. But Flamengo just doing it all over. And Andrew Hunt, if you are Diego Vadel in the locker room at halftime for Obras, what do you tell your team?
It's a tough one because, like I said, I mean, defensively, you got to make something happen. Maybe I'm a little more physical, which we saw him do at the beginning of the second quarter, and then kind of laid off. They didn't really get a foul called that I recall, being a little bit more pressure on the ball handler. But I got to maybe do something that's, a little bit outside of the rules that could get me in some foul trouble, to just try to change their shooting. Maybe I don't do that right away. See if maybe they cooled off at halftime. But if they show any indication that they're shooting the way they did in the first half, we're going to have to do something a little bit different defensively. There's nothing you can say on offense.
63%.
Yeah. Offensively, we said at the end of the second half or the first half, Obras is shooting pretty well for in any normal game. I would feel they'd probably have the lead.
Flamengo 63% from 2-point range in the first half, 48% from 3. Despite now with 8 for Obras. Again, we don't have the stats on this game. The live stat page is down, so we apologize. We can't give you any individual tallies other than what we have on the screen graphics-wise, as Kyle Manfio. It's another one. He's got 16.
He's having a night.
I guess if you're looking for early indicators if Flamengo has cooled off or not, there's one.
Yeah, now they call this oh, he left his feet, I guess. Okay. I was like, I thought he was in position.
So the second foul on Manfio. And the free throw for Spite falls in. Spite a 56% free throw shooter. Andre Spite started his collegiate career at Arizona State, finished at Colorado in 2018. Beg your pardon, Northern Colorado. As Barral taken down. Count the bucket.
Say that was a goal. Hit the backboard yet.
I thought it did.
This possible,
but no foul. That's what I was looking more at, is whether or not there was a foul. And Manfio again. He's got
face guard
19. He's 5 of 5 from 3-point range.
If anybody's not aware, face guard means I don't leave the guy. I'm in his face the entire time. Whether he has the ball, he's in the backcourt, don't care.
You get Manfio coming into this one, 27.5% from 3-point range. Scott with the kick out. Now back outside. Manfio for 3. Splash that one! Kyle
the
Manfio
basket is an ocean.
Absolutely unconscious.
Get him the ball again. Oh, he wanted to. That's a tough shot to pass up when you just made, what, 8, 7 threes for 7? Like, you haven't missed? He was pretty open. Like, wasn't off good action, but he's open. This is a great example of feeding the hot hand. Any youngsters, pay attention.
Kyle Manfield
keeps
coming into
working.
this one was 11 of 40 from three-point range for 27.5%. His best game from 3 was against Hebraica Maccabi. He was 5 of 11. He had 23 in that game. He's got 25 already.
This is like a no-hitter. Everybody in the gym knows he ain't missed, and we all know we're giving the ball, and we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to give the ball.
I'm waiting for one of those Michael Jordan shrugs on his way back down the court.
Nah, he's in it. He might not even, he probably knows. I was say he might not even know he's undefeated here, but.
Scott with the turnaround fadeaway. He's 26, biggest of the game. Pardon, 28. Now down to 26. Score's changing so fast, I can't keep up with my scorebook.
You got a lot of points. Yeah, Obras is looking sorry right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're just shell-shocked.
Yeah, I don't mean that insultingly. I'm just saying that they just kind of look like they're sulking. You know, like they feel sorry for themselves, maybe.
Rawl into the corner. A little tap dance before the three-point attempt. No good. 6 minutes to play in this third quarter. Flamengo already 78 points. Balby flips one to Devon Scott. It gets poked out of his hand at a foul call.
We talked about halftime, too. What do I do if I'm Obras? You don't do what they've been doing of just, they really just don't seem like there's any initial line. I mentioned earlier the goal of most higher level basketball, let me beat my guy to draw your guy, and I'll pass to you, whether you're cutting, open, for a shot, whatnot. You're not always going to be able to keep the person that you're guarding right in front of you, but the amount that they're letting people get by them right now is that you just can't do that. You can't expect to win if, you let people just go by you over and over and over again.
And I really wish we had the live stat page, because I think there's at least 6 players for Flamengo in double figure scoring.
Yeah, I could probably look here and tell you. That's one of them, Diodato, I believe.
Yeah. He's
Scott,
got 10 now.
Manfio. I'm positive Scott and Manfio are. And Balby probably.
Yeah, Balby is. Galvanini's got to be close.
You're right. He probably is. He's like I said earlier. He's missed on some stuff that he should have made. He should be in double digits. Whether he is or not, I'm not sure. But he's close for sure.
Well, as the graphics come up, I'm going to start writing down who's got doubles. Galvanini into the corner, little sidestep three-pointer. Rare miss. Galvanini steals it. He goes off the glass and in. Okay, Galvanini's got 8.
Darn, that's what I was going to guess that he has. Of course, he scored a basket after I would have guessed that, so I wasn't right either way, I guess.
You were just ahead of your time. Spite for 3. That is good.
It's like a pickup game. I shoot the shot, I say game. And then like, no, we need one more. And I'm like, all right, give me the ball again then. All right, that's game.
Spite's got 15. He's been over 20 points in 4 or 5 games in the group phase. Second leading scorer with the tournament, as we mentioned early on, 20.4 per game. Here's Machado around Galvanini. Oh, beautiful pass. Threads the needle to Galvanini, and he goes up, and now he's in double figures.
And this is exactly what I said in the first half. Since you're in control of the game, feed him the ball and let him get back into a rhythm, which they've done. It could just be that he's actually getting open because Manfio is, out of his mind right now. But
speaking of out of his mind, Spite now with 18. He's 3 of 4 from the arc. Carlos Olivia. Give him 5. I was going to say 6. But the lead is 30. And now Deodato comes up a little gingerly. And he will sit down. Franco Balbi will replace him. Yeah, no sense pushing anything with such a big lead. Get Deodato out of there and get that ankle taken care of.
Yeah, and I realized I forgot the Luzada. Luzada, he's got that funny number on his chest. I think it's it's a 7. Yeah, we can tell by the stat
it's a
page.
7. Yeah, it looks more like a question mark.
Yeah, hard to tell on his actual jersey, but he's the one that's actually probably scored more than Deodato.
Well, Deodato not getting any treatment on that ankle on the bench. So hopefully that was just a little tweak there. Dela on the handoff.
Yeah, sometimes best stuff.
Fight now into the corner. It's intercepted. That was by Luzada. On the corner and a whistle.
Was he out of bounds?
No, there was a foul away from the ball. That was on Galvanini. One of the Obras players ended up on the floor.
No, that was Maniotti. Yeah, that's a guy I usually talk about quite often. Where's he been? I feel like the Obras team has just kind of been absent.
Yeah, aside from Solarin and Spite, nobody's really done anything.
And remember, Solarin got this game started where we really thought, man, he had like 8 straight points.
Felipe Jaco hits the 3-pointer.
Still up at 54%.
Galvanini. And they called the foul on Spite. And we've seen a lot less contact than that not called.
I think he took that foul. I think he knew, hey, I'm at a disadvantage here. I'm going to go ahead and smack him in the arm, get that foul so we can reset.
Okay, yeah. Spite at 6'3", Galvanini at 6'8". Might have been very well what he did. This 3-pointer. Obras. Oh, that was a beautiful move. If only that would have fallen.
Yeah, I don't know if that's Thondella's strong suit there. He's more of a go up with power kind of guy.
Olivia. Ooh. Missed that one badly wide right from 3. Olivia was 0 for 2 from 3-point range coming into this run, and we see why he doesn't take a lot of 3-point attempts. Pass intercepted by Machado. His pass gets tipped out of bounds. It should stay with Flamengo. Olivia having a seat. 4-year-old veteran. He'll be 41 next month. Machado out to Balbi. Cross-court pass into the corner. That three-pointer missed. And Felipe Mota. Just his second game in BCL America's play this year. Left-hand layup off the square and in. Pretty finish. Juan Venegas. 5 games in double figures scoring for Venegas. Got a high of 24 against Franca. Again, a big welcome into all our viewers in the USA on the FanDuel TV platform, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of this big wide world of ours on the BCL America's YouTube channel. Welcome in. He's Andrew Hunt. I'm Craig Feda. And that was Mike Tavares with the right-hand dunk. Westa Ndela draws the foul. And Andrew Hunt, I have to keep rubbing my eyes, cleaning my glasses. 90 points for Flamengo. Am I seeing this right? With a minute left in the third quarter?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're on pace to do. They're averaging, well, here's some math for you. They're averaging about 30 points a quarter. That's 90 divided by 3. Yep. I've checked the math. That is correct. But they had 37 in the first quarter. So, yeah, pretty. I was going to say pretty easy to average 30 when you get 37. I actually disagree with that statement. It's still hard to get 30 per quarter. They're shooting lights out right now. Like, I'm surprised the gym isn't dark at the moment.
Yeah.
Based on their shooting.
Clock at 5. Machado out to Manfio. Now inside to Galvanini. Off the glass and in. So we go to the fourth quarter with Flamengo on top, 92-66. And if you get 85, 90 points in a 10-minute quartered FIBA game, you're doing well. If you've got 92 after 3 quarters, double digits.
No, I'm looking through here to see who else. I think Venegas has had a couple runners. Iñaco had a shot or maybe went to the free throw line there. They haven't been able to get a lot going on, really.
One more quarter to play in this opener between Obras and Flamengo. Games 2 and 3 will be Thursday and Friday. Game 3, of course, if necessary. Those games are scheduled to take place on Flamengo's home court in Rio. They may as well make this their home. Shoot like this. Machado step back 3, short. Galvanini tips the rebound, grabs it, goes back up with the left hand, no. Gets his tip, no. What work under the bucket by Gabriel Galvanini. 4 offensive rebounds right there, I believe, before finishing and getting the bucket.
Yeah, still frustrating, but getting it done. He just wanted to wait till he got fouled.
Yeah. So Galvanini to the free throw line. 47.8% from the stripe. Misses, and Andela pulls down the rebound. I believe Galvanini now with 12 points. Serminato, Achita Andela. Shot clock at 5. Venegas for 3. No good. And here comes Flamengo. Little hesitation there by Machado. The defender tried to grab him and draw the foul. The official says play on.
Good hustle to get back on defense there, too.
Oh, a beautiful drive and finish for Andre Spite. He's got 20. Right at his per game average. Another three-pointer up and in. Caio Manfio. He's 7 of 7 from the arc, 28 points. I know the folks in FIBA Communications are scrambling through the record books here. As they try to quantify Caio Manfio's performance in this game.
I wonder, at what point are you his coach where you say, you know what? Like, if I'm the assistant coach, I say, hey, he's 7 for 7. Like, do we want to go ahead and take him out and leave him perfect?
Well, he is out now. And keep in mind, Andrew, Caio Manfio didn't start this game. He was in very early, I think maybe at the first stoppage, but he was not a starter in this game.
He may have earned himself a spot.
Yeah. 99-70. Machado on the drive. All the way to the glass, but it won't go. Andela the rebound.
He's literally the difference in the game right now. His point total is, almost the exact point difference.
Pass tipped out of bounds. I believe that was Mike Tavares that got his hand on that. It was. Russ works it around the outside. Three-point attempt from the corner is up and in. Juan Venegas hits. Venegas now with 7. A little more than half his average. Deodato, glad to see that ankle's okay. Cuello. Oh my! Mike Tavares, 2 steps in from the three-point line and hammers it with the right hand.
Yep. I believe it was Andela made a business decision on that one.
Alley-oop attempt to Andela. Couldn't quite finish, got the rebound, and then missed the short jumper. Boy, I still can't believe that dunk by Tavares. Machado on the drive. reverse. No. But he'll go to the free throw line.
He's got that kind of DeAndre Jordan frame, you know, and maybe the hops to match it.
I can see that.
I'm definitely not stepping in front of that guy. Or if you do, make sure you can shield your number of your jersey and your name on the back and kind of look away from wherever the... Correct. Tavares
out of the
dunks
frame,
on
as they
random
call that
defender.
Yeah.
Right.
Second free throw for Machado is good. Lead back to 29. By my count, biggest lead of the game for Flamengo was 32. So Machado checks out. Franco Balbi back in. And you know Caio Manfio is on the bench saying, come on, Skip, let me get to 30. Venegas all the way to the bucket, runs into his own player, gives it up. Olivia was signaling for a travel. Catch and shoot from the corner three, no good. Rebound popped around and a foul called. That's on Leandro Serminato, his second. Deodato on the handoff to Balbi. Back inside. Oh my! Like a Tavares again on the alley-oop. Tavares now with 6. Three on the way from Iñaco. That rattles out. Rebound finally corralled by Deodato and a foul. Spite with the unsportsmanlike. Didn't quite see what happened there. I mean, he grabbed him from behind and he held a hand up. Obviously, he was trying to commit the foul. But I think Deodato really sold it. Because there didn't look like there was any contact to Deodato's head, and he threw that head back like I love so much.
Maybe the Latin version of the Oscars, are they still... We've already had the Oscars here in the States. Maybe he's still eligible for an award on that. I don't know.
Well, I think the Oscars are this coming weekend, aren't they?
I pay more attention to basketball than I do. I look for the best movies and then I try to go watch those. I was like, what did you guys say are the best movies? I'll see if I like them.
Balbi for three. That might have gotten tipped from behind. And what's that signal? Is he saying it touched the rim? So it was not.
I think maybe he was saying what you said. They said it was tipped, just like you said. Olivinho was helping him out on that one. He agreed with that call.
So they're putting 8 seconds back on the shot clock. Yeah, the shot looked like it was partially blocked from behind. It came up well short. Deodato floater won't go. Out of bounds. I think it should stay with Flamengo. And it will. 105-73. I believe this ties for the biggest lead of the game for Flamengo at 32. As Martin Cuello has a seat. Balbi. That three-pointer missed by Olivinha. But there's Tavares. Tavares now with 8. He's threatening double figures. And stepping out of
About
bounds.
to be a great shot.
Turnover.
I think I'm going to have a field day with these statistics. Everything I've ever said, I think, is going to be true of Flamengo. They look to be under 10 turnovers. They're winning the rebound battle. I don't know if I've come up with a number that I like on defense.
Oh, my goodness. What a three-pointer there. Leandro Sermonado now with 13. He's just a 17.6% three-point shooter. Galvanini, the spin move along the baseline and wrecks it with two hands. He's got 16 now.
Yeah, this is blown wide open. Everybody knows it.
Obras takes timeout. Diego Vadel wants to dust some of the shrapnel off his players.
Yeah, right now this is all about let's have some success at the end of this game. Let's just get some good stuff going, and
Look at
we're
that.
getting ready for the next game.
52 to 30 points in the paint advantage. Flamengo. And you think about what they're doing from outside, and they still have plus 22 in the paint. I mean, some of these stats are just incredulous.
Hacemos under over, Miguel, en el snap.
And they're moving the ball.
Tocarlo de nuevo, Feli. Jugale físico, tocalo y después te abrís fuerte. ¿Está bien? Atacá el aro, mejor arrancá. Primero
I
para
mean,
tu izquierda.
that is the picture of a shell-shocked team if I've ever seen one.
Después, escuchen. Si llegamos.
Yeah, this. I mean,
Oh, here's the dunk
I was
by
careful
Tavares.
not and another.
Alley-oop. Benini's two-hand stuff following the spin. There's Manfio cheering from the bench. Wonderful to see him back in this one. He's got 28 points, 7 of 7 from three-point range. Venegas to his right, back over to Iñaco, back to Venegas. Drives, kicks it outside. Iñaco, the wraparound pass, stolen by Galvanini. Galvanini baseline. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Balby the long three, no. Galvanini another rebound. He goes up and draws the foul on Andela, I believe. Andrew, I think you should dye your hair platinum blonde like that.
Oh yeah, I'll look into that. 100%.
That'll look great when you're deployed. Easy target. 6'9" dude with platinum blonde hair.
Yeah, I think with no hair, pretty easy target.
Yeah. Galvanini misses the first free throw. We're inside 3 minutes to play in this fourth quarter. GG hits the second.
I applied some sheen. That way, if the sun hit it just right, it could blind anybody that might be, strategic
about something. Yeah. Outside to Venegas. Pointer missed. Rebound pulled off the floor by Galvanini. 110 points for Flamengo in this game. Previous tournament high was against Hebraica Maccabi. They scored 111. And honestly, Flamengo has eased off the gas. Galvanini step back three. Why not?
Of course.
GG with 20 now. 36-37. Again, this is the only game tonight. This is the best of 3. The next 2 games will take place Thursday in Rio and Friday, if necessary, in Rio on Flamengo's home floor. They got to Olivinha for 3. A little surprised that didn't go in. Olivinha now, I believe, 0 for 4 from three-point range in this game. Oh, how about that? Andres Sermonado says, I'm not giving up in this one. Pair of games tomorrow. Hebraica Maccabi and Franca will get started at 7:10 p.m. local time.
So he's
Eastern time.
Manfio's 100%. I thought maybe he'd missed a 2-pointer. He's 100% from everywhere. Maybe not free throw, but
Galvanini's shot pops
by the numbers,
out. The other game tomorrow will be Nacional against Halcones de Salapa. That one will get underway at 9:40 p.m. local time, 7:40 p.m. Eastern time. Andrew and I will have both of those games for you tomorrow, as well as all the games in these quarterfinals. 40 seconds to play. And Andrew, if you are Obras and you've got to turn around and face this game again in 3 days' time on their home floor, if you are Diego Vadel, what do you start thinking about?
I think I'm trying to start with a brand new. Like, forget about this. We got to win one game. Got to win one game. Obviously, you got to win 2. But here, surprise,
but you got to
surprise.
win 1 before you can win 2.
Correct. In order to win 2, you actually have to win 1 first, and then you have to win 1 again. So 1 + 1 is the 2. So all we can do is focus on this game. You know, we're going to their place. So, you know, and again, it's likely that you're not going to see a shooting performance like this from Flamengo back to back. This is a stellar shooting performance. If they do, I'll buy you dinner. But that's I'm not responsible for anything I say during the broadcast of the game.
No, I just said
Try
I'm
to do
holding
that
you to
quick.
that.
Want that quick disclaimer.
Final score,
language.
113-80. Obras did not really play badly until, you know, they got shell-shocked in the second half a little bit. They still put up 27 points in the third quarter. Just 14 here in the fourth, but this performance by Flamengo borders on historic.
Yeah,
They
we
only
kind of
put up
learned not to
21 points in that first quarter.
We've seen some big leads to start the second half, and I've kind of learned not to say anything about the game being over to start the second half. This game was over at the beginning of the second half.
Obras didn't shoot poorly. 75% from 2-point range, 33% from 3-point range.
Plus 20 on the rebounding side of things, too. They just dominated. Complete domination.
You look at the leading scorers in this one. Kyle Manfio, 28 on 7 of 7 shooting from 3-point range, 3 of 3 from 2-point range. Galvanini had 20. Spite had 20. Sermonado 15. Jeffrey Solar had 14. Balbi 12 for Flamengo. So Flamengo takes a 1-0 lead in this series. Game 2 will be Thursday in Rio. 8:10 p.m. local time. 6:10 p.m. Eastern time. And a pair of games tomorrow. Hebraica Maccabi against Franca. 7:10 p.m. local, 5:10 p.m. Eastern, and that will be followed up by Nacional and Halcones de Salapa, 9:40 p.m. local time, 7:40 p.m. Eastern. A big thank you to all our viewers in the USA on FanDuel TV, in South America on DirecTV, and around the rest of the world on the BCL America's YouTube channel. We'll let you watch the highlights for my partner, Andrew Hunt. My name is Craig Feta, saying so long for now, and thanks for watching.